Alrighty, guys. Last 2 days I've been puttering around on another 4910. Um, I still got to do a little bit more scrubbing on the top of that piston. I think I'm going to pack a rag in there, and I think I'm going to take a brass. I think I've got it down to where I can use an SOS pad and a brass brush and some card cleaner to get that cleaned up. I do have my hack work all done on it. This gentleman's got the blind ported 4910 that I did a video on a while back, and that thing was up there really good on power. He wanted a little bit spicier one on his other one here, so I tacked it a little differently. Now, I build a lot of these 4910s. I've tried all sorts of things. I'm still, even though I'm taking on some work here and there, I don't consider myself a production porter. I don't pump these things. I mean, like say my tree service buddy, I did a bunch for him. I tried to pump them all out exactly the same, because if one was a little hotter than the other ones, his tree guys were fighting over it. He ended up claiming that one, and then I did the other ones as close to mirror images as I could to try to not start a brawl between those ground guys. But other than that, I try to tailor each build. Like I'll talk to whoever or message whatever, I'll get a feel for who the saw is for, what they're going to be doing with it, what size bar, what they plan on doing with it, and I try to custom tailor my build to suit their needs exactly. Like that 501 I did the other day, did it slightly different than this one. The blind port's done slightly different than this one. My shin, that's my saw, so that's done quite a bit differently. But this should be pretty strong, I would think. I'm hoping it's going to beat the blind port one. I'm 80 on the intake. There's the long. Opened up the lowers. I did split the transfers on this one. They're 120 and 125. And this is sitting at 100 on the exhaust. Those that wonder how I'm able to get that, I got to roll it into it, so you don't, if you start trying to raise that whole roof up in between here, you will catch daylight. I guess after you do so many of them, it's just easy to do. And I open the snot out of my lowers. The bigger I can get my lowers, the more power these things make. The 4910s, absolutely love huge lowers. I'm probably, because he's going to probably be daily cutting with this, I'm probably not going to modify his carburetor. It is grubby as all get out. I'm probably going to pop it off there and clean it up. Probably when I finish up the piston on it. But I only cut 40 off the band on this, just because he was probably going to get used a lot, and if it builds up gunk like it did, I didn't want it to interfere and start crunching things, so it's going to have just a little bit more squish than I normally do, but it should still run superb. He's going to I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the muffler mod. I ain't quite sorted that out. It's my judgment call on it. He said what I want to do, and I don't know if I want to do something I know works, or he's already got one style muffler mod on the other one, so I don't know, might come up with something different on this one. I don't know. So, yeah. But there's my hack work on it. I've been doing some cleaning. It doesn't look like it, but yeah, I got a 290 that come in that got dropped out of a tree, busted the back handle and the black handlebar. Ordered parts for that. Luckily, as far as I can tell, that's the only damage he's done to that, so I'm waiting for eBay parts to come in on that. bottom box is 661 stuff. The top box is 290 stuff. That's probably going to go down in the shed. And I cleaned off this. I got a 660, and that's either a 501 or a 4910 in that box. And then that, I believe, is a 4910 in that box. But I think I'm going to jump to the 660 after I'm done with this one. Get that done, and then resort back, because I think there's two more. I know there's a Shindaio 492 coming, and I think there's another 4910 coming. I don't know. I've gotten so many messages, it's hard to keep track. That's why I have you guys, when you ship me your saw, put your information and a sheet of paper in with it, and what kind of build I'm doing. It just makes it a lot easier to keep track. Yeah, so I'm hoping to have this thing done tonight, everything but possibly the muffler mod. I don't rush. It took me 2 days to do that cylinder. I'm not one of them rush type through porters. It is what it is. If it takes me 2 days, if it takes me a week, it is what it is. I was working at my other job and then fitting that portwork in between, and then can't sleep right now, so I figured I'd come out and putter on it some more. Yeah. So trying to think that's about gonna cover everything. I probably got 2 other saws boxed up and ready to ship out. Yeah. So I think that's about it. There's my hack work on that. We're gonna try 100, 120, 125, and 80 on this one with an aggressive muffler mod. Still won't be no timing advance, and I probably won't modify the carburetor because it is going to be a daily use saw. So, yeah. So, you guys take it easy and have a good one.
Wow.